Alright, shalom, shalom. Excuse me. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to those who feel elect. This is your brother Ahmad Bayan coming to you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Now, I just have one or two videos here to show, just straight to the point really, on the things that happening and whatnot in Jamaica, the outcome, the aftermath basically. It has some people, in certain parts of Jamaica didn't really get hit, and they still, basically enjoying themselves and whatnot, right? But on the other hand now, you have others that are facing certain problems, and it is showing you the way how the world is going to be very soon, by just looking at the video. We're gonna get a script here, and Lord willing, it's going to be edifying to the elect of Israel. Alright, so let me see.
Nothing can prepare you for the sheer levels of destruction and chaos here in Black River, what is, of course, ground zero of the destruction from Hurricane Melissa. No inch of this town was spared. And this is the commercial hub of the entire parish. And so it's not just residents here, but residents who have been walking for miles to try to get their hands on anything they can, any drinks, food, supplies, basic essentials that they'll need for the next few days, because no help has arrived here, and so people are absolutely desperate. Everyone that I've spoken to has lost their home. They're staying in makeshift shelters. They have no idea what their future holds for them, when their kids will be back to school, how long it will take to rebuild here. But there is one common plea across everyone, that they need aid, they need help as soon as possible. And
right now we're seeing really and truly no one is really helping them and whatnot. Alright, so I have one or two people who might have a little dust to buy stuff for them and whatnot, but at the end of the day, they are Jakes, and Esau is no way and not anytime soon is going to look to basically help anyone, because he's looking for people to reach to that point, that level of distress, where they're going to reach that level of being fed up, where they're going to start to attack each other and steal from each other and whatnot, because they already basically took a whole of a supermarket that also got touched, but it have one or two stuff that is based in there that they trying to see what they could get, it have other videos I want to show.
Supermarkets and shops stripped of anything not bolted down. Call it looting, call it survival. It depends on how hungry you are. As desperation grows, so does the fear. These are medical students from India, stranded, living in the wreckage of their school. No staff, no guidance, just kids trying to get home.
This is where we are staying.
Before, during the day, after the storm, it was full of mud and clay, and
so we came back and we cleaned everything
all the thing broken. We came back. We work as a family. We just cleaned everything. We just used the blind to close it. There's like no door for here, and we just took the cylinder from my house outside. So we are just using it for now.
Yeah, so you have some cooking gas.
Yeah, it's gonna end. I found somewhere near my house, so I just carried on my shoulder.
Right now we're using the ones with the wooden.
Yeah, we are
outside.
We are just collecting all the woods, that's the debris, collecting together, using the rubbing alcohol to burn it. So yeah.
So listen carefully to what they going into, coming on here at the ending, which also remind me of the things that is going to be taking place, where people wouldn't be able to, shelter themselves properly, because they have to wonder if someone is going to come and take your stuff. All right.
You're using the rubbing alcohol to ignite the. Yeah. Wow. Is this it? Is this all your water?
Yeah.
Are you guys okay? Do you feel scared, or you guys are like?
We are scared
Yes.
because right now people are looking for resources to eat and drink
Now-
water.
now it's-
So we have anything for us. So at nights it's completely dark. So we are afraid of people coming in or trespassing.
From Black River to
Right, you hear what she say? And that is way how the place is going to be very soon. Right, the whole entire world is going to be like that. All right, that's why the powers will stand in fear. They want to run to their bunkers, for cover, because they have all this stuff down there, right? But when it comes to the world itself, no one is going to have anything. People are basically will be on survival mode. All right, and you're going to be running helter skelter, seeking for help and so forth. Right now, this is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils, and the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Right? The things are reaching to that extent. Right? Now, Esau has his machines where he could create whirlwinds and all these things. The Lord, is working through Esau to make some of these things happen. The Lord is also sending earthquakes. Esau also have his harp machine with the earthquakes and whatnot. So we seeing things taking place where they want to desolate people, countries, people homes, and take it for themselves, take it by violence, take it for themselves to build their 15-minute city and whatnot. Because remember in 2024, last year they was saying that they want about the 6 billion people they want to unalive in 2025, right? So we're seeing how many destruction, different things taking place, right? So any means necessary, these devils are going about to basically end lives, right? Now some of them might say these lives are innocent. These people's lives are not, they are not innocent. All right, the scripture say whoever perish being innocent. All right, this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into his city and shall not be able. Right, because we see many people stranded. Some people can't be able to go back home, because it has nothing there. But fast forwarding, it's going to have where they're going to have these 15-minute cities and whatnot. You won't be able to leave from one point to go to our next point, because you will have to take a chip in your hand or in your brain, which is your forehead, right? And you will have to use that to be able to reach to a particular checkpoint. They will be able to keep tabs on you, and these type of things. All right. Verse 18, it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right? So, just like what the girl was speaking about, they are scared. All right?
New Hope.
Resources to eat and drink
Now-
water.
now it's-
So we have anything for us. So at nights it's completely dark. So we are afraid of people coming in or trespassing.
From Black River to New Hope.
Right? So you can see how the place is. So when people see things like this, you're talking about they getting calls, that have certain people out there who looking to basically buy up the land, you know, so basically to push these people out for the land, buy up the land because of the resources it have there, you know, and so forth. All right, but again, is he so, you know, he wants to take your land by violence, you know, Micah 2:2. All right, now we're coming back here. 2nd Ezra 15:19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, right? And spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right, so for the lack of bread, people not, you know, for the lack of bread, people stealing each other else food and whatnot. All right, it have another video here.
The same fear.
Another video here. I'm gonna get it real quick.
Tu comprendras pourquoi.
No, man. That's where I'm gonna cook. Look, that's where I'm cooking. Look.
We are in Catherine Hall.
Bro, many people in Boston.
Now there's one here that is just to show you the mindset of some of the jakes over there, you know. There's all kind of different people you're gonna be meeting up with. It have those that will try to keep their calm. It will have those that will try to escalate everything, you know, because they're scared and they're not thinking straight because they know they've never been in situation like this. So it's going to cause a rift against people, you know. It's going to cause, you know, that turbulence against these people. All right, and you already know the temper that Jamaicans have. All right, these jakes out over there, you know, the more or less the tribe of Benjamin, you know, they have that type of spirit where they quick to escalate, right? So here realize what the guy did, you know. The cars looking to pass, but you know, he pulling branches to block them, you know. And you know, things could escalate more and more in that type of way also. Right, I have our next video here, the original video I wanted to show. Spirit no Babakusha. Alright, this is the original video I wanted to get started with actually. Alright.
The scene that greeted us in Black River was one of desperation. At the very first store we came across, residents had prized open a window and were taking construction supplies, saying they had no choice, with no official help reaching here. This is about survival and putting a roof over their head for tonight.
We are survive. We are trying to survive, you know this.
It's what I've got early, but we're going down. We got no food.
In the town's main square, ravaged by the merciless winds of Hurricane Melissa,
So let's walk this way.
we met Steve Beckford.
What supplies are you looking for?
Like water, juice, tin food.
He was unapologetic in saying he was here to take what he needed.
We are hungry here now. So what we can get until they assist us, we will take it.
But 3 days on, I asked, where is the help? And where is the government?
He hasn't come. No minister, nobody hasn't reached there. No supplies, no helicopter help, nothing.
How is it that people here are having to stumble through rubble to find water? You've got here some...
Right, so you're seeing, you know, the condition some of the places are, you know, some places they're looking to, you know, some tourists and them, they're looking to fly out from, you know, once they could get to the airport. All right, but to get there, you know, the roads are in a mess and whatnot. and tensions rising up. When darkness fall, people scared because no electricity, nothing, and anything could happen. All right, and it's not only in Jamaica, but as I say, this video here is just to show you, what could eventually happen in your country, and it don't have to be a hurricane. It could be it could be an earthquake. It could just be a rainfall where a flood comes through. It could be the place, the system shut down, and no electricity, no food, no anything, right? And things are just going to escalate and get worse, right? So as it says here, 2nd Esdras 15 again, and verse 18, it says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulations." Right? So there's many more things to come. All right? Many of you people out there, thinking that what we speaking about today, we just speaking on the top of our head. This is things that is actually going to take place. All right, we see it happening in India. I think last year. We see it happening in other parts of the world. Okay, and right now the Lord is showing you previews of things to come. All right, this is the beginning of sorrows. All right, great famines, deaths, more earthquakes to come. All right, more hail to fall, more storms to come, more wars. All right, so it have no rest. They say no rest for the wicked. It have no rest for the wicked. All right. 2nd Esdras 16 and verse 21, it says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evil grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." Right? Right now, a lot of people think they in good case all the time, Certain countries right now, they believe that, the government have the back, things going okay so far. All right? But, hey, destruction is going to come upon you all in a matter of time. Right? This is not no time to get laid back, to think that you're going to see many more years. Or you're going to see your children go to school, or you're going to see your children get older and get married and all these things. No. All right? Get your mind out of those kind of mindset right now, and understand that we're living in these end of times. We are at the end times. All right? Shit is about to pop up very soon. Okay? And especially for you women, it have nothing good going to happen to you all. Right? This is 2nd Esdras 16 and verse 33. It says, "The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms." Right? Because you're seeing all the bridegrooms right now, your husbands had to go to war. They had to go to war because, they're getting called to go to war because tension rising up. You're thinking everything is okay. You're going about your day thinking that, you're just working for an honest little dollar. All right, not knowing that, that the business is going to crash. You're not sure to have a job the next day. Things are going to get even more chaotic very soon. All right. It says, "The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers." Right? So it have no one is going to be able to look after you again. Alright? Basically, you're going to be on your own. Alright? Imagine you women out there
Catching people. We just got water.
in things like this. Right? Men ain't have time to study you. You know? They're studying themselves. You know? Who hungry? Alright? Who's looking to turn to cannibalism? Alright? Who's looking to take your food and by any means? Right? Who looking to take they'll pick up a piece of wood and hit you over your head with it, you know, just to get your last meal, you know, because they're hungry, their belly in their hand, right? But you think really going to take place? Alright? Verse 34 in 2nd Ezra 16 and 34 it says, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed. Right? So your bridegrooms are going to be taken up, you know, and pushed out there to go and fight war, things that they never did in their life. Right? It says, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Right? These are the things that are happening. These are the things that are happening, and we have been telling you all about these things. But again, people don't want to hear this word. People thinking that we have been just speaking on the top of our head. You know, the Lord has been speaking to us. 2nd Ezra 9 and 1. He said, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand. That is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right? The world is being visited by Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai. That is the Lord's name. Alright? His name is not no God, no Yahweh. You know, his son's name is not no Jesus Christ. His son's name is Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Alright? Verse 3 it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Alright? So even from the beginning of times, this word has been preaching out there. Alright? The prophets has been on the scene. Okay? So there's a lot more calamities coming. Alright? Pay attention to what's taking place. Pay attention to more chaos coming. More hard times. More sorrows. And we have been warning you all about this. But again, you all don't want to listen. So it's best you feel the pain now. Shalom.